Well, not the news we were hoping for. Canopy Growth Corporation does fail to close above $1 USD. And now what? That's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. It's Rod with Powell Group, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews, also home to the best MJ community on the planet. We're going to be discussing Canopy Growth, like I said, being denied of that $1 close. We know we needed to get above $1 for the next 3 days in order to regain compliance. So we're going to be discussing now what, and I'm excited to see the comments in this video. I know there's probably a ton of people already messaging me, and I can't wait to read the comments on this video. But again, just before we get started, just remember to take a chill pill. It's not the end of the world. They have until January 11th, and we're going to be discussing all of this. They could even get a 180-day extension as well. But now we're going to be discussing now what and what to potentially expect in the days, weeks, months ahead. Before we get to it, though, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future live streams or when I post a new video. Also, hope you had a great day. Make sure to give Powell Group a follow on X as well, which was originally Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPowell. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Again, the handle for that is @GroupPowell. Also, I'm going to be interviewing, I did a video on this earlier in a post that I'll be interviewing Morgan Fox, a political director, on Friday, September 22nd. So let me know if you have any questions. I won't be doing a live stream, so you'll have to send me your questions beforehand. Make sure to do that because, like I said, it'll be happening on Friday and I'll post it on YouTube afterwards. And before we jump into the details and my thoughts and opinions on this news, we do have a sponsor for this video, and that sponsor is My Size Inc. And the ticker symbol is MYSZ on the Nasdaq. So My Size Inc. is an untapped opportunity, emerging AI-driven measurement solutions company poised to disrupt a $38 billion market, receives bullish target from Wall Street analysts. So if you want to learn more, I will drop a link for this in the description, but just remember, I'm an influencer and I've been paid by a third party to promote this coverage on Wednesday, September 20th, 2023 for My Size Inc., ticker symbol MYSZ on the Nasdaq. So again, this is a paid promotion and it's not to be taken as financial advice. This is for entertainment and promotional purposes only. And full disclosure, I do not own any of this stock at the moment. But as I said, I will drop the link for this in the description box below, and you can check that out if you would like to learn more. So as we know, Canopy Growth reminds shareholders to cast their vote for upcoming annual general and special meeting of shareholders to be held on September 25th, 2023 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So that is going to be what we're going to be looking for as the next potential major catalyst for CGC itself. We have a safe banking vote on the 27th, so that'll be a couple of days after that. But we knew that we knew that in my previous video, I said we had to close 3 more days over $1 USD to regain compliance. We were at 7, and today, on looking for the 8th day, we closed below it. So unfortunately, that timer has reset. So now what? Now what? We could, in theory, for the next 10 trading days, we could close above $1 and regain compliance. We have until January 11th. So again, just take a deep breath. It's not the end of the world. And then on the 25th, they're going to be voting for the share consolidation proposal, that 1-for-15 reverse split. So that could happen. Not saying it's going to happen. It could. I'd say it's about a 50-50% chance now, maybe even slightly favoring the reverse split odds. But again, they have until January 11th, and they could get a 180-day extension, right? Lots of other LPs and companies in Canada, some of the major LPs got extensions. They got their 6-month warning, and then they got another 180-day extension. So that could happen for Canopy. There's tons of catalysts coming, right? We have the safe banking vote on the 27th. We have HHS recommendation of Schedule 3, which could get signed off by the DEA over the next couple of months. And then we have legalization of medical potentially in the U.S. We have an election year next year in the U.S. We have Florida potentially on the ballot, Germany coming online, MJ Act review up for debate here in Canada. We could see some improvements with regards to, product labeling, marketing, taxation, all that good stuff. So there's tons of catalysts to be had. And like I said, we could easily see this, Canopy turn it around and close above $1 for 10 consecutive trading days. And then the fact that we had the FOMC rate decision come out today, they decided to keep rates unchanged at 5.5%, but they did say that one more rate hike was likely before the end of the year, before they end their rate hiking campaign. So again, that added some headwinds, right, to the CGC chart. But you can see here we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on the 8th day, we failed to close above $1, and they did it right at the end of the day too. They sure know how to play with people's emotions. And like I said, I can't wait to see the comments in this video, because I would suspect there's going to be a lot of peed off people, emotional people, but again, try not to get too emotional in either direction. You don't want to get too euphoric and you don't want to get too pessimistic, right? You want to stay even keel and just realize that, we're closer to support here. And then in terms of the weekly time frame, we're just starting weekly consolidation and we have tons of room for a weekly higher low, right? We didn't really have a clear weekly uptrend, but we have EMA 12 coming into play here at 75 cents USD on CGC, which is a nice round psychological number as well at 75 cents. And we have EMA 12 there, and we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. Wouldn't that be the time where, most people think that it's doomed, right? They're going to be throwing around the B word again and that price target of $0. But keep in mind, I just did a video as well that they got a $25 million raise from a private placement from institutional investors, right? So do you think they think they're going to go go bankrupt, that use the B word? I doubt it, right? They're not just pissing that money into the wind. They think that they're going to probably rebound, right? And lots of risk, but there's still lots of reward. But if you're looking for an entry, again, not financial advice, this is for entertainment and informational purposes only, and my own thoughts and opinions, could be a nice entry here as we scout a weekly higher low and then attempt a weekly trend change. And then we still need to do a monthly trend change where we form a monthly high and then higher low and higher high. We're nowhere near doing that. If we take a look at the monthly bounce, we have barely any room to do that, to form a higher low. And then in terms of the monthly volume, we're coming off monthly oversold, and the monthly volume is the record high on the Nasdaq. And we still got 9 days left in this candle. So this is what we want to see near a bottom. And we're topping out right at EMA 12. That EMA 12 was there at 203. We hit our head on it and we bumped and pulled back right at that EMA. And then we have, if we can see a candle close over that EMA, then we have 26 period EMA there at 596. And we could see a bull cross of those EMAs with the shorter term below the longer term over the next few months. But like I said, this was probably just a way for them to manipulate the market to cause, they even timely issued that news about them raising $25 million after they broke $1, right? And then everything came crashing down. And then with the FOMC rate decision today and their bearish reaction from that, and the fact that they were going to hike rates one more time before the end of the year, that absolutely added headwinds, right? So it's not the end of the world. Next will be on Monday. We'll see. They might even approve that the board of directors are advising everybody to vote in favor of, so for all of those proposals. So just keep in mind that we could potentially see that approved, and that might add more downward pressure. But like I said, safe banking on deck into the 27th, and then an DEA response for HHS recommendation to Schedule 3 over the next couple months. This could be the time where, like I said, we form that weekly higher low, and a lot of people are going to get shaken out, but could be a nice time to enter on that weekly higher low as we look for a major momentum shift and an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross here on the weekly time frame as well. That hasn't happened since all the way back here in October of 2020. And then we went from about $13 all the way up to $57 on hopes of U.S. legalization and the Dems taking control of the Senate. Then we had a bear cross with the shorter term moving average over the longer term, and when they crossed, that was a bear cross. And now we're seeing a bull cross potentially over the next few weeks and months. And like I said, we're way more beaten down than we were here. And then in terms of the weekly time frame, we do have the 10-week moving average there at 63 cents, but we're still very bullish on the MACD and the stochastic there on the weekly macros. And then on the weekly time frame, we bumped our head right at the 50 weekly moving average as well. And if we can get a weekly candle over that, we have a lack of resistance still 405. So we have some runway there. And then in terms of the daily time frame, I said we were still a couple of months out, at least several weeks or a couple of months before we saw a golden cross. And like I said, the last time that happened was in the Dems taking control of the Senate on hopes of U.S. legalization, and we saw a monster move. Then we had a death cross with the 50-day crossing above, down through the 200-day moving average. Now we're seeing the flip side of that, where we could potentially see another golden cross over the next few months. So like I said, it's definitely unfortunate, but we still got until January 11th. And full disclosure, I do own Canopy, so I know what it's like to be a shareholder, and it's frustrating, but this is the way the markets are designed. They're made to make you feel some type of way and to make you feel emotions. And right now, I bet you there's a lot of peed off people. Let me know if you're one of those people in the comment section below. But like I said, Monday will be the next meeting on deck with the shareholder meeting for the share consolidation and reverse split proposal. And then we have safe banking on the 27th. And then, like I said, HHS really looming over the next couple of months, I think into end of October. And October is not historically a great month for the stock market either. And then I think into November and December is where we're going to really start to see things kick into high gear, no pun intended. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Do you think they're going to regain compliance? Like I said, in theory, they could close above it for the next 10 trading days and then all is fine and good, right? And then crisis averted and this was all for nothing. But they got tons of time, could get a 180-day extension. I'm not worried in the least. Let me know in the comments below if you're worried, not worried. Always love hearing from you. We'll continue the conversation there. Make sure to check out powmerch.ca as well. And you can get 10% off merchandise there until the end of September. But going to end it there, it's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us in the Pursuit of Wealth. Hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you in the next video.